Hey folks, what's I'll see you today. So I got a piece of Georgia Coastal here. This is from Jeff Head. I got a box from him the other day, and it is absolutely fantastic material. And I heat treated it. I heat treated this to 380, 385, and I let it soak for. I did 24 hours at 200, and I creeped it up during the day, and then I finally got up to. 380, 385, somewhere in there, well, right in there, and I left it there and held it there for 4 hours. Normally I do 6, but it was 11 o'clock at night and I was ready to go to bed. So we're going to try and do something with this piece here. Oops, hit the wrong button there. I want to zoom in a little bit. And so let's see, how do we want to attack this? It's a thin piece, it's a flake. I think I might want to start with the hollow copper popper actually, if I knew what I did with it. Alright. I was going so fast the tape blew off. Tap this back and get rid of this cortex and that razor edge. Just knocking the cortex back away from the edge. And then we got a square edge over here. Get rid of it. Wasn't intending to take that big a chunk out, but you don't want to tie your piece down when you're doing this, when you got a piece this thin and you're, especially when you're working around the end, you don't want to hold this piece down tight or hold your finger tight in the middle of it, because you'll snap it across the middle every time. Okay. Now it's not a very thick piece to begin with. Matter of fact, it ain't very thick at all. You can see how thin that is. Got to start working in on the piece and building a little convexity because it's very flat. As long as it's flat, you don't have any strength to it. Be okay with me to leave some of that on there, if that's what it came to. One of these days, if I ever have good enough internet, I've got good internet in the house, but by the time it bounces way out here, it's not so good. We got Starlink, and it is really fast. Right now it's bouncing through 2 boosters to get out here. We have cleared all the original surface off this side. I'm wondering how much I want to do to this side though, or if I want to leave some of that on there. I'm going to regularize it because my brain is somewhere else, and I need to pull the focus right here. That little drift off, yeah, I was miles away. Welcome to ADHD. That thing went flying over there, probably landed about 15 feet away. After it bounced off the ceiling and the wall. That's moving a bunch of mass right there. I don't know if you noticed in Set Up a Nap video, if you watched it, that the camera was in a different position. I'm trying over the shoulder view as a viewer had suggested. But I must not have it set up just right because it seemed really easy to stay in frame in that video, and I'm struggling here, so I must not have something set up quite the way I had it before. I packed this stand in and out of the back and forth from the leather shop out here. I'd really like to get 2 of these stands, leave one in the leather shop and leave one set up out here so that when I got it where I want it, I can just leave it right there. But every time seems to be a new adventure. Just for whatever reason can't seem to ever get it right back where it's supposed to be. Yeah, Jeff's got, he's got the swirl and the butterscotch. Now the swirl's got these patterns in it. The butterscotch is more just this butterscotch color down here. And I think the swirl is a little bit tougher to nap. It's fantastic material. Don't take that as that. I'm just saying that the butterscotch is probably easier of the two because it just naps like you can't believe. Just very nice to nap. It's one of the best materials out there. And so is this. Based on nappability. So when I'm making my list, first off, it's based on my personal preferences and my personal skill level. That's how I comprise my list, but this Georgia Coastal is in my top 5 for sure. And it seems that now that Jeff's got it, it's always available. It's always great stuff. It naps really nice. Doesn't matter whether or not you got the Jasper or... Now, I haven't napped the Jasper, but I've had people tell me that it naps really nice. So, but I think we will leave some of that on there. Let me just make a... I mean, it is fatter than I probably wanted it, but... we may end up losing that. I don't know. We'll see. Could just leave it a blade. Just the way it is. Kind of want to leave that, but I don't know that once I start hitting it with indirect, I'm not sure if that's going to be a possibility. Now we've got a nice lenticular blade or preform. All right. Get this thing locked in there. I went a little deeper than I might have wanted. Last point I made, I struggled like crazy with the tip. I don't want to do that now because it became that incredible shrinking point just trying to fix the tip. It's a little crunchy up here at the tip. Just a little bit. But we were able to reduce the thickness by at least half. Sorry, I'm dropping everything everywhere as usual. I don't know why I need so much stuff around me all the time, but I seem to. And it's all absolutely necessary, just ask me. Anyways, we reduced the thickness by well over half. And leave some of this on there, so we may still get to leave some of that on. It'd be kind of nice. So a while back, I was cutting some rainy buttes, and I told you guys that was the toughest stuff I ever tried to cut. And then I found out that my saw the feed system wasn't working right. So then I thought it was that. So me and my neighbor did rig my saw up so that it's pretty much working. I ran some Novaculite through it, and man, it cut like butter through that. And I put the rainy buttes in there. I got these nice pieces that I know that I'll get more material out of, more useful material out of by slabbing it into percussion slabs and spalling it. And so I put the rainy buttes in there, and it took forever to take the first slice. And I had a piece in there today that just taking forever. I've got it turned off right now because I need to shoot this video, but apparently that stuff really is, or either that or my Jimmy rigged feed system still isn't up to par, which that's an absolute possibility too. So I have a saw again, sort of. Go on. We had playtime earlier. Go on. I actually don't have any idea what I'm making out of this. I was telling my wife I'd sure like to go spend a couple weeks in Kentucky. Well, actually, I'd like to go to Georgia. I am going to Georgia this year. At least that's the plan. My sister lives there, and I still have not gone to see her house there. And she really wants me to, so. It's her first time buying a house. She's pretty proud of it, and I ain't been out there. She wants to show it off to her big brother, and I ain't been out there to see it, so I'm gonna make a trip out there this year. And I'm planning on stopping by and seeing Jeff Head while I'm out there. At least that's what I'd like to do. But I'd like to make a trip out that way and go to Kentucky and Georgia and Tennessee especially. And I'd like to go spend a couple weeks out there and just kind of nose around. And I don't know anyone out there or nothing. I just nose around, see what I can find. I am supposed to be making a trip with Mr. Tuttle, depending on how things go with his stuff, but it won't be a 2-week long trip or nothing, but it'll be a trip for sure. And I'm pretty excited about that, so hopefully that gets to happen. We'll see. If it does, it does. It's got a little bit of crunchy up here at the tip. Got that little stupid hinge off there now. Alright, we're going to get rid of the issue stick and let's see. working my way through that little tough spot. I don't like that flavor, not even a little bit. I do, but I like the size nail that's in it. It's like a short ishy stick. The problem is it's made for a big nail and it's kind of floppy loose in there. So, anyways. I guess I better fix this nail. It's going to break off and it'll be stuck in there. I've done had to go through that before. I'll be right back. Okay. I wish we had the strength of a welding rod and the grippiness of copper. That would be great. I love my welding rod, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just like copper. Still a little fat right there. It's not horrible. A little bit of a fat spot right there. If I take that out, it's going to take part of my do I want to take that out? There goes the dogs. No, quit. Sometimes that marks the start of the coyote hunt for these dogs. They kill coyotes. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Our dog Reba, I don't know if I showed her on here or not. She's a red heeler. Neighbor had a dead cow, and she was down there by herself, and apparently eating on that dead cow, and got to fight with some coyotes, and the coyotes won. So coyotes won that battle. She was actually the neighbor's dog, and that dog come down here, and man, did she ever kill some birds. I mean, she killed a bunch of birds. I used to have a whole bunch of geese and guineas and all that kind of stuff. I bet that dog probably killed 20-30 birds. But she belonged to the neighbor kid, which was a kid that my son went to school with. This is back when they were still in high school. And Reba moved in here and never left. And I didn't put a permanent end to it because it was his dog, and I didn't want to shoot his dog. I eventually broke her of killing birds, but it took 20 or more to do that. she lived here. She only lived down at the neighbors for a little while, but they didn't have any other dogs. I had a bunch of dogs, and she just moved right on in, like dogs do. And anyways, the last bird I caught her killing was a guinea, and it was my last guinea, in fact. And I took that guinea and I beat her with that guinea until there wasn't any guinea left. All I was holding on to was part of a wing, and that was the last bird she ever ate. So at that point, I still had a bunch of geese and ducks and all that kind of stuff. And then my other neighbor lives down the road a ways. They're always getting these dogs and they don't take care of them. And like half the time they ain't got any food or anything of that rest of that stuff. So that dog was coming down here eating all the time, which I was fine with that. If your dog's hungry and it shows up here, and my dog's got food 24/7 out there. In fact, we got so many dogs, I just go get 2 sacks of feed, dog feed, 50-pound sacks. Well, actually now with everything, it's only a 47-pound bag, right? A 47-pound bag, and it costs $10 more. But so I go get 2 bags, I put them on the back porch, I just cut the top of the bag open, and they serve themselves. When that's gone, I go get 2 more. And there ain't none of them just sit there and just gorge themselves, because they've been raised like that the entire time. And I got to bring this tip over some. It looks okay from that direction, but it don't look okay from that direction. Sometimes, actually, it don't when you look that way now. But I didn't catch it at first, and I turned that way and went, oh yeah, that's way off. So sometimes you can do that. Check both sides to check your symmetry, because sometimes because of the pattern in the rock or anything, you can not really tell from one side, but you can tell from another. So that's not terrible. Dang, we're already in this thing 45 minutes. Oh, sorry about that. Probably gonna be like, you've been out of frame for half of it. What are you talking about? Well, I might have. I don't know. all right with that. We're going to put some serrations in it in a bit anyhow. Now get out old Nacho. Ooh, now that was a pop out. Oh no, we took the barb off. Yep. Got carried away and took the barb completely off. And this one is stalled out as stalled out can get. Not sure how I managed that one, but I did. So now what? Now I spend the next half an hour fighting with the notch. Yeah. Yeah, we're having a problem here. We are most certainly in salvage mode now. So, is it done yet? I still don't think that's enough. Let's see what Nacho says. See if Nacho thinks it's enough. Nacho says, no way, hombre. Nacho says, not even close. Oop, what did we get there? We got a little pop out. But can we keep it going? Okay, now we got to pop out. Ain't no one even near that dog. This is some limestoney stuff right there. It's always we're in the most unopportune spot, ain't it? Seems like. Yeah, it's a little crunchy in there. Just a bit. I like my notches to all be to center, regular, I guess, if possible. Bottleneck type point. Well, that's a long video for thinking about beveling it. I was originally going to put some serrations in this, and now I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Like I was going to put big serrations in it, but Well, it sure don't seem like it's been an hour, but we're just about done here. But according to the timer there, it sure has been. I can probably get rid of the glove now. Maybe I won't be blocking so much of it. That way you can look at my dirty fingernails. It's pretty straight. Yeah, that would do the trick. Oh no, I lost my thing in there. Get back out there. Probably just gonna push back down in there again, I guess. I really like my antler flakers and stuff, but I gotta come up with a better way. I need to put some JB weld in there, and what I need to do is drill these out about way bigger, and then pack them full of JB weld, and then yeah, that's a pretty little point. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna let you guys go. Most of you've already fell out anyways. Average watch time is about 10 minutes. But even at that, I still had 2,500, no, close to 3,000 watch hours in the last month, something like that. I think in the last 28 days. A lot of watch hours. There is a lot of people watching, but you guys hit that like and subscribe button. If you enjoyed this at all, then hit that button for me if you would, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Gunish Chishalkhan, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Keep napping.